Okay, rising off the floor, starting more classic hatha yoga practice. We'll start with some cat-cows, just a bigger movement than what we did in the spinal undulation, right? Drag hands towards knees, and we round up, push through our hands pretty strongly, and just back and forth. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the gaze, pull hands towards knees. Exhale, push down through hands, tuck chin, round the back, and notice the back is rounding not only from the top of my head to my tailbone, also from left shoulder to right shoulder. So you really, it's like a big dome drawing the navel up. And you do that till you feel like you're done, and release. And then we're going to go into bird dog, right? And so the beauty of this pose is it's a great back strengthener, which most of us could use, a little back strengthening, right? We don't want that to get weak over time, but it's also a balance pose, right? And it's not as intimidating as some of the standing balances. If you're in this pose and you fall over, you're probably not going to hurt yourself. Whereas, you fall out of tree or Naratajasana, something like that. Yeah, it's a little more precarious, right? So here we are. Okay, we're going to extend left leg back, pick up the left leg off the floor. Notice toes aren't swinging out, right? They're pointing to the floor. And then when the balance is there, we reach right arm forward, and you can just hold here several breaths. And again, you'll feel the balance working. Sometimes it's easier to feel that when we're not moving, like the inertia of moving kind of throws us through some of the balance difficulty. So just hang here for a bunch of breaths. When you're ready, you can exhale and bring elbow and knee together and round up the back. Inhale, re-extend, exhale, in and up. Inhale, extend, 2 more, or maybe 3 more. That was 2, here's 3, and 4, and 5. Re-extend, find your pose once again, strong and firm. Feel that connection from right arm to left foot. And then come on out when you're ready. Make whatever moves you like. Get ready for the other side. This is my bad wrist, as it were. So in this demonstration, I think I'll just do it on a fist because that's totally fine. It's probably more stable to do it on your hand if that's okay, if your wrist is fine. But my wrist gives me some grief sometimes, so I'm going to do it this way. Okay. So again, right foot comes back. You can stretch right there if you like, but then eventually pick that right foot up. Again, toes point down, right hip points down. Extend the left arm. And just feel this for several breaths. And when you're ready, 5 movements. Knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, triangle up. Inhale, extend. 3rd one. 4th time. 5th time. Extend, find your pose. And release. Quick child's pose, big toes touch, knees wide. Let your hips sink back, back, back as you fold in. And your choice, right? Child's pose can look like a lot of stuff. It can be folded hands, it can be outstretched arms, it can be head on block, right? If you want, if the floor is far away, just rest your head on a block. So you make it your own, and it'll change over time, different days, different things. Like if you want to really focus on some opening of the back body, you might especially long reach through the arms. And you can even pop your fingertips down and get some opening in the shoulders. And just find your breath, resting in child's pose. As soon as you're ready, you can come on up. Back to hands and knees. Now let's do something we do in class a lot too, sort of stretching moves. So we'll take a left foot forward, right knee down, hands on blocks. Inhale, lunging forward, lifting. Before I get started, actually, sorry, I'm going to pad my knee because this floor is harder than it might look. And this pad, or this mat, is not very thick. Okay, here we go. Inhale, lunging, right? Exhale, rock back towards a straighter leg, folding in. Inhale, lunging forward and up. And exhale, back and in. And you go back and forth, your range of movement. Really, this one, you do want to connect breath and movement because it's a really kind of a sweet little vinyasa, a little flow. And it has a lot of dynamic bits to it. Of course, in all this talking, I've lost track of how many I've done, so I'm just going to do one more. And rock back. And for the last one, I'll hold. So I'm going to like move my foot a bit, maybe make my blocks further out. Lots of push down from the heel into the floor. Lots of contact there. It protects the muscles, particularly the hamstring. Again, forward folds. You close in, you turn inward. Very protected. And you come out when you're ready and set up for the other side. Left knee down, right foot forward. Same thing, roughly 5. Lunging coming up. Right, you feel this opening here. It's a back bend a little bit, right? Exhale, rock back, fold in. Again, right side of me is much more restricted. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and fold in. A few more. Add ujjayi back. Great on this one, right? That's where we make a little noise. The inhale, harder to hear. Exhale, out. Fog the mirror. And let's call this the last one. And I'll reset my foot, reset my blocks. And just hold. The variation of Hanumanasana. Pushing down into the heel. And then lift up, rise up, come on out. Let's pop back to the first side just for a moment. Actually, I'm going to swivel around just for good camera awareness, right? So left foot still forward, right knee's down. So we're just going to take a twist here. So you could choose to keep the block under your right hand, just get the left one out of the way and twist right here. Take your arm up if you like. Or you can have the block lower or even out of the way altogether and see what works for you. And so here we are. So again, we're either twisting with the knee down, or you could choose to pop the back knee up and do a twist that way. Twisting here. And can just stay on your hip. This shoulder is coming back, chest coming back over the lower shoulder is the idea. Now when you get there, if you want, you take the arm up. So there's some strengthening in the lower shoulder here and some expansion in the upper shoulder. Want to add balance to it, you would look at the sky. And that becomes more challenging for the balance. Hand comes down, knee comes down, switch it over, other side. And again, your knee doesn't have to ever come off the floor. You could do that whole thing with the knee down. In fact, I'll just do that now for good measure. So here I am in the position to start, hand on hip, and a twist. I'm going to take the arm up. And this is great. This is a twist too. Not as challenging on the shoulder. It's a lot easier to bear your weight in this way. So if you're not particularly strong right now in the upper body, this is a great choice. And here we are. Top hand comes down, untwist, come on out of the pose. All right. So that's a quick little coming off our backs kind of sequence. I'm going to reset the camera so I can do some standing work now. So check in on that video as you get ready for it. I'll see you in a second.